Hi guys, Jennifer here from Beauty is Virtue, and I'm about to play with some metals because I want to change them up a little bit. So I thought I would turn on the camera and let you see what I'm working on. I am working on a project and I decided I wanted to add some metals to my project, but I wanted them to be shabby and pretty. So not that these aren't pretty already, but I wanted some lighter colors and some shabby colors. So I'm going to play with some Frantage and some other things, and I will just keep the camera rolling while I do that. Okay, so this is a metal piece that I had shown in a previous video. In case you didn't see it, this has Frantage on it. It is an embossing enamel that has multiple colors in it. So, for example, this is the aged ivory, and in here it has ivory embossing enamel or embossing powder, and it also has some gold embossing enamel and then some gold glitter. This one I'm not sure if it has the glitter, but the shabby green has like the green glitter in it. And then this one is like a chunky gold deep impression embossing enamel. Now this is just kind of like an aged gold look, or an antique gold look. And then, you know, like this one is aged rose, so it has a rose color and some like antique bronze color in that. And there's lots of different colors that you can get. You know, there's like a shabby blue. They have like the trial size. These are the trial size vials. They come all together, I think, in a 5 or 6 pack. And you can try out the colors before you get the larger size. The larger size is 0.74 ounces. I'm not certain, because I threw out the packaging, what size these are. But you could get quite a bit out of these smaller vials as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change up these little metals and stuff, and you can follow along on the process. I have some other things I want to try too, so it's going to be a little trial and error for me as well. But anyway, this is what I'd like to do, is change up these metals. So I think let's try with this butterfly metal piece first. And I forgot my tray, so I'm just going to use this paper plate I have here. Okay, so let's go with the I think I'm going to try, well, let's try this aged ivory embossing enamel and see how that turns out. So what I did was I took my Versamark pad. I use this thing so much for this type of stuff, so my pad is not as pretty as it could be for like if I was just stamping without any of this stuff. But as you can see, so I added a little bit of the refill on there is what I was saying. And then what I do, oh, I also, before I go further, I also have the Versamark pen. So if there was a detailed, what do you call these, filigree piece, you can, and you missed some of the crevices or something and you want to get in there a little bit without disturbing the embossing enamel, you can, use the pen. But for now, I'm just going to press down my little metal piece in the Versamark pad. And then I'm going to put it down here. And I usually use my, what do you call it? This guy, to hold it, since when you're embossing, the metal kind of gets hot. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this on here. And you can see there's holes in the filigree, so I'm going to grab it here and then I'm going to just tap off a little bit. And then I'm going to, I guess I should have grabbed it with the other hand, but you know. All right, so now you can see some of it came off. That's okay. All right, so now I'm going to heat it up with the embossing gun. So if you don't like the noise, you might want to mute this part. Okay, you can see here how it's already changing. You can tell that it's now kind of stuck there because it's kind of got like this shininess to it. Okay, so you can see that this has a nice finish on there. And this aged ivory, I'll be really careful because it's hot, does not have the glitter in it like this piece. This is the shabby, and the shabby has some gold glitter in it. But what I want to try to do is see if I can add glitter, my own glitter, to the embossing enamel. Well, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put this back and maybe just mix a little bit. Now this particular aged ivory doesn't feel as thick, doesn't have the thick chunks like this does. And I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but this has a thicker texture than this does. This is very smooth. So I just want to see if I can add my own glitter to the mix. Okay, so I'm going to make my own little concoction here. Okay, so I got this really pretty pink glitter at the expo. It's called Baby's Breath. Barbara Trombley's Art Glitter. Excuse me. So I'm going to add a little bit of the aged ivory Frantage, and then some of this pink glitter. That's what it looks like. This is really fine glitter. So Alright, so now I'm going to use this on my next butterfly. Where is my Versamark? There it is. Now, if you wanted to hang this from a charm or something, you can do both sides of the butterfly. That way it'll be finished on both sides, but I think I am going to be using this flat, on a project, so I probably won't do the other side. Okay, so let's give this a shot. Hope I made enough. Yeah, looks like I did. Okay. Oh, I'm going to pick it up with my left hand since I'm heating with the right. Tap off a little bit of the excess. In case I miss any of the edges. Alright, so now I'm going to heat this up. And again, if you didn't like the noise, go ahead and mute it here. Doesn't take that long to get that on there. I think that looks really cool. I'm going to show it up close and I'll show you the comparison. Okay, so here you can see the two butterflies. This one has the glitter. See if you can see the difference. There's the glitter there. And then this one does not have the glitter. So it's kind of cool. I like them both. This one obviously has a little bit more pink because of the glitter. And then this one just has, it kind of gives a nicer finish though, honestly, on when I didn't add the glitter, just used the Frantage. And you can see the gold better in this. So I'm not sure if that particular glitter is the best, but if you wanted a glittery look, it's very pretty. It's still very pretty. It's just a little rough compared to that. So anyway, that was just a little trial run. And then this one has the glitter in it. And this is called, I think, Shabby Pink Frantage. And the texture is still smooth, just like that. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to work with these flowers. I want to shabby them up. I want to do this leaf here. I have little flowers here. I want to, layer them and stuff like that. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to be doing, but I'm just going to go, do it as I go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do this leaf in the shabby green. All right, so I'm going to dip my leaf in the Versamark. And then I'm going to use this pretty shabby green. I haven't used this color yet, at least not on the metals. In fact, I think I'm going to shake it up a little bit just to kind of get all the glitter and everything somewhat separated. And this has the white enamel. It's quite chunky. I do that every time. With the left hand here. Okay, and I'm going to heat it up, so if you don't like that sound, you probably want to mute this. That looks extremely cool. Love that. I will show it to you up close as soon as it cools off a little bit. All right, I am going to, I think I'm going to make this one, I'm going to do the shabby white, and then I'm going to do the shabby pink on top, I think. No, I think I'm going to do this one pink. And I need to get a big one of the pink for some reason. I thought I had the large one, but I don't. Okay, so this is a little tricky because it has the, it's kind of like bent the edges, so you kind of have to roll it in there, maybe use the corner a little bit. Just get it as covered as you can. Oh, I gotta put the green away. I'm so bad about that. Some people don't like working with glitters and all this stuff because it makes a mess, but I don't really care. The messier the better for me. Alright, so I'm going to put the pink on this one. This is the shabby pink color, which I think it's my favorite. I wish they had like more of a, like if they had an aqua blue or a turquoisey, that'd be awesome. We'll see how I didn't cover very well there. I'm going to put a little bit more on there just to, so I don't have to touch it up. I hope that it sticks. Okay, heat gun again. Oh, it's so pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay, let's check out this green. You can see how pretty that looks. That is so cool. Okay. And then the pink. Very cool. Okay, so for this one, I am going to do, I'm going to do the shabby white because I want to show you the stuff that I got at the Scrapbook Expo. This is super dimensional and this is going to be tough to get in there. This is where the Versamark pen kind of comes in handy sometimes because you can, you know, color in there. Away. All right, so I'm going to use the shabby white. Super chunky. Oops. that's going to be so cool. Okay, heat gun again. I just wanted to say that sometimes I go underneath because see how chunky this stuff is? Sometimes the top part of it is not stuck with the Versamark and it'll fly away. So if you want to keep most of it on there, a good idea is to heat up from underneath first and then come around the top. So cool looking. So cool. See that? Very neat. Okay, so I want to show you this cool stuff that I found. Maybe you've already heard of it, and if you have, that's really cool. But I hadn't heard of it until I went to the expo, and it is called Mini Prills, and it was at the Heartfelt Creations booth, but this is actually by ArtQuest, usartquest.com, and they have like every color in the book. So you have these mini prills, and I've got 3 colors. This is Sage Advice. This says Mini Pearls, and then this one says Tutu Pink. So I thought that was really cool. So I'm going to put the pink in the center of this. And what I was going to do is I was going to layer these 2 flowers. You want to be really careful bending the metals after you use the Frantage, because it will crack it. It will crack it and then chip it. So what I was going to do is just layer these flowers, and then what they did was they took these little prills, which look like they're bigger than micro beads, but they have like the look of pearls. They're so cute. And what they did at the Heartfelt Creations booth was they used them in the center of the flowers. So they would put glue in the middle of the paper flowers and then pour some of the pearls into it. So I'm going to get some glue and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to put some glossy accents in here. If it was paper, I'd probably use, you know, like the glitter glue that I use when I use Martha Stewart glitter glue. And my glossy accents is so old, it's like, I can't get the tip to work right. There we go. Okay, so then, I don't know if I brought my little spoon. Probably not. But you need like a little scooper thing to, if that's a tool name, but yeah, I don't think I brought that in here. All right, so I am going to just put a few of these in there. Yeah, see, these are very tricky. Oh, yeah. This is a bad demo of these, but I didn't bring my spoon. So I'm just gonna scoop a little bit of these in here. Give some texture. And these are also cool to like use on your mixed media canvases and stuff. Kind of like the micro beads. So yeah, it gives like kind of a pop to the metal piece, or you can use it on your paper or whatever. I just think they look really cool. So I'm going to have to obviously glue that flower to that, but how cute is that? Isn't that cute? And this, I like that I used the two different colors because this was the one I did with I did 2 layers of a flower with the pink Frantage, and then I used the pink Prills. So adorable. So I can use this on my projects. I hope you guys like the tutorial and that you'll give this a try and make your metals nice and shabby. And if you have any questions at all, just send me a message or comment on the video, and I will talk to you real soon, guys. Bye now.